people need to understand that we're in a system, and in this system there are specific rules that you need to play by. It's math basically. You understand? That's why there are certain books like the science of getting rich. Like first time I heard that, like there's a science. Yes, there's an exact science. Like somebody could actually tell you step by step what to do to get rich, but you won't do it because the steps, like I said, is kind of unnatural to you. Because discipline is something that is almost inhuman. You need to train yourself about, because we are fickle human beings. We like to be all over the place. We like to just be free and wild and, not work in a straight line. We are not robots, basically. So if you need to change your life, because the options of changing your life or continuing suffering, whatever you call suffering, that you're facing, seems to be a difficult thing for people to understand. And this is because there are certain that, hopes that in my suffering, I could just find a way out. Like in the suffering, there could just be a way out. There's this fairy tale story of the person who goes through a lot and, just makes it by some kind of miracle on the other side. The truth is that thing is bullshit. If you check the stats, 99% of you would die in your misery. Like if you don't wake up and take action. Because discipline seems to be something that is difficult. To focus seems to be something that is difficult. Is the reason why you don't succeed, why a lot of us don't succeed in a lot of things. Like I've been learning currency trading for a long time, and I discovered, like I was supposed to have been profitable a long time ago, but I discovered that the reason for not being profitable is just because I'm not a focused human being. I'm not a disciplined human being. And no matter how I try, the thing shows up in the thing that I'm doing. No matter what the fuck I do, it shows up. And I think this is what plagues a lot of people. It's nothing personal. It's just that there needs to come a time in your life that you just say to yourself, like, do I want to continue the way I am? If the answer is yes, enjoy your suffering. Or do I want to change, like realistically? And if the answer is yes, you won't find it difficult to be focused. You won't find it difficult to learn a skill. If you open a YouTube video and the tutorial is 4 hours long, you're going to watch it. You're not going to die. Because you can watch a 4-hour movie to entertain yourself in your misery. But you can't watch a 4-hour tutorial to learn something, to pick an interest, to be like, you have an excuse. No, I'm not that thing. I'm not a marketer. I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to learn. When you are ready, all your excuses will fade away. When you're actually ready to change your life, when you are tired, when you've reached your breaking point. But it's that most people, you still have a roof over your head. You can still eat 3 square meals a day, maybe 2. You have a parent or a guardian that, or you have friends, whatever. There's hope. There's that hope that somebody, if I make a call, somebody's going to help me out, etc. But the reality is that you're heading towards death because the system will crush you. It's not life, it's not God, it's not the devil, it's a system. We're in a system. It favors those who are providing value. So my question is, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for a significant other. If your significant other is not enough, do it for your kids, if you have some. If they are not enough, do it for your parents, your loved ones. Or if what you love is not human, do it for your dog, do it for your cat. If you can't find anything in this life to change your life for, I don't think there's any reason to even speak on changing your life, because your life is already perfect. You know it's perfect. You revel in it. You enjoy it. You love the mediocre life you're actually living. And therefore, you always see a problem with people who say work harder, with people who say be focused, who will say get discipline, who will say start a business. There'll always be a problem with all these things. There's a lot of difficulty, and I think we're comfortable in our misery. And it's a sad thing to see that I was also one of them. So it came a time that I started telling people, you love to suffer. I say, you like suffer. And most people think it's a joke because got to a point that I started hearing it in the words, in their statements and all that. You tell me things that you want to do and how you've been working on it. Oh, okay, you love suffering. Meaning you are not concerned enough, you're not bothered enough to like try to take massive action, to learn the things you do not know, to pick a book and actually read it, not glance through, not, to try to read it and have another. Like if you really read a book, you have questions. If you really read a book, you'll be bothered because the book might reveal something about yourself to hit you somewhere, be like, what's going on here? You might even end up hating the author. If you read a good book anyways, right? So, but when you see somebody who is struggling, and the only books they decide to read are telenovelas to escape their reality, or watch movies all the time. Nothing wrong with movies. I'm a great movie fan. I watch movies. I could watch movies every goddamn day. But in that 24 hours, if I give movies 4 hours, my work, even if it's 1 hour I dedicate to my work every day, I will outwork you. And that's because over the years I've worked on my skill level. I understand my work in depth. There's nothing I don't know. My ideas, my execution level is pristine at this point. So it's the things I do not know that I'm trying to learn to take me to the next level. And it took me a while to realize it. And looking at my family and all that, and I realized that okay, I'm the one actually doing the hurting, not life, not the deal that didn't work. Like, because of your suffering, you choose a deal that will not work. You look at a very bad deal and be like, oh, that's the one I want to focus on. That's the one I'll put all my hopes on. Because it's going to disappoint you at the end of the day. But an astute business person will look at the deals and be like, no, I don't want. They're like, you make a lot. I don't. Thank you, sir. I don't want anything to do with that deal. So you can 10x your money. He said, no, give me the one that will only 1x my money. Because he doesn't want to suffer. He doesn't want to lose this investment. He doesn't want problems. You see the people around those deals, they are undependable. They are not. He doesn't have control over a lot of things. The business is just too unstable. Could he possibly make some money? Yes. But he's not interested in finding out. Because he's a successful person. And those are the things I now begin to see. I was like, oh, we sat down for 3 hours discussing a very bad deal. And at the end of the day, we're excited about it and waste months chasing it down. And at the end of the day, you got nothing. And the only way you can get there is after consuming lots of information, improving yourself. But you will never do that as long as, you love misery. I love inviting other people to have company. Say misery loves company. It's a sad situation to see, but I like to start that conversation to let people know that it's not your fault, first of all, but you need to start taking responsibility because you're in a system. Like if they push you into a system and you don't adjust, the system will eat you alive. So you're born into this world. You're lucky enough to have people who cared for you to an adult age, and then all you have to do is complain about your life, how your parents didn't, send you to the best schools, how they were not, whatever excuses you have, instead of realizing that, oh, okay, holy shit, I'm in a system. This system is all about profiteering, capitalism. Follow the money, you'll find all the problems in this world. Just follow the money, track the money down. You'll find all the problems in this world. Okay, so all I have to do is in this system, find ways for people to earn money, and I'll earn my share. And then you'll be on your way. You don't need to bring up your past history. Nobody cares. Realistically, nobody